Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Um, so, unfortunately, we were going to talk about this baby and this case, and he was missing up until about 30 minutes ago. There has been an update, and he has been found. But what we're going to do is we're still going to run through it. I'm going to show you the first two articles I was going to show you, and then we're going to get into how he was found and things like that. So things kind of changed right before we started. If you came in before I switched the title, it still probably says, "Where is Zeke?" So that is the situation. Also, thank you guys for being here. Pointer Lover, thank you for my necklace. I love it so much. I was talking about it in my live earlier. If you missed, I did a live on Real Talk with Alex today. This morning, that's my channel for everything but true crime. It was just a hangout session. We did talk about some new candles and stuff, and that I'm going to be reviewing another YouTuber brand. So if you have not been over there, or if you think that you might be interested in that, let me know. Or not, don't let me know. Go check it out. I'll show you one of the candles right here, which I just absolutely am already. I really love them. So, anyways, that's everything but true crime. Anything else? Oh yeah, one other thing. See, our background, my little gingerbread true crime city, Christine G made for us, but it was actually Woofy's idea. She had the idea of the gingerbread city with the caution tape and stuff, and then yeah, the necklace is in memory for my cousin Woofy. It's really pretty. But thank you, Pointer Lover. I love it so much. And let me say hello to you guys, and then we're gonna get started talking about this case. Hey, cutie pie. Here, Michelle. Oh, it's just a little angel wing with her like initial. I'll show you guys later, maybe in a picture or something. But I love it very much. Okay, so hey, Woofy. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Dash. Hey, Corky. Hey, Rexy. Hey, cutie pie. Lee Ann, good to see you. Hello, Pointer Lover. Oh, you ordered 8 candles from Tracy. Yay, I can't wait to see what you think. I'm already obsessed, and I haven't even lit one. And I just enjoy hanging out with you guys like that. Hey, preschool granny. Hey, Tess. Hey, Belinda. Hey, Black Widow. Hey, Chrissy. Good to see you. Hey, Adrian. Yes. Hey, Queen Olive. Our other Adrian, Shelly Bean. Good to see you. Hey, Shaker Maker, learning to live. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Christina. Mrs. Amber, Angie RN, Teacup Kraken. Thank you, K-Brace and Woofy. Oh, all you guys. Pointer Lover is awesome. Hey, Mama 4. Thank you, guys. Thank you, cutie pie. I'm in kind of pajamas, but cute pajamas. So, hey, West Virginia Jules, Search and Rescue Canine Mom. How old was your cousin? I came to your channel after. She was about to be 39. And she didn't have any issues. Sarah, he was not found safe. He's been found deceased, and we're going to look at all the information. Actually, that just happened right before we started, and I was kind of trying to organize how we're going to do this. Hey, Stitchin' Bitchin' and True Crime with Taylor. Oh, Adrian, here, I'll share the link. It's Chasing Truth's Candle Company. Go watch. You have to watch the review. It's like the first half of that live. They're really nice. She hand makes every vessel and everything. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Janet. Okay, so let's get right in. Okay, awesome, Search and Rescue. I don't want to take too much time before we get into it. The very last thing I want to say is, so I decided that instead of like sharing a wish list for me or whatever, that we would try to share wish lists from the community. And I had a couple people in mind, and I've gotten a couple emails as well. And I'm going to share as many as I can. But so, for instance, Metamom, we started sharing her wish list and her story a couple of days ago. There's a community post with all the links for that if you're interested. Next, I'm going to be sharing a friend of the channel, Search and Rescues, and she has adopted 2 babies, and she's going to type us up a letter, and we'll be sharing that. And then I'll move on to the couple more that I have. So if you sent me an email, I've replied to most. There's only one that I haven't had the chance to respond to yet. But I will, and we'll just do as many as we can. I want to spend a couple days on each person, though. That way, I don't know. I just think that's the best way to do it. I really don't know the best thing to do. I'm just trying to fit it in and share as much as I can. So, okay. So now let me go ahead and pull up our first article. So, like I said, now remember, when I was planning this live out, he was still missing. Okay, so I'll actually share this with you first. This is the missing flyer. Zeke Gregory Best. He's only 10 months old. That's his father, Jeremy Albert Best. And they were saying, he is dangerous. He's in imminent danger, and the suspect is armed and dangerous. Okay, so now this is our first one to look at as things developed along the way. Yes. Okay. So hold on. I don't know why I can't get that off the screen. Is it on there for you guys? Hold on. No. Okay. So I'm just going to read through. We're going to read 3 articles. We'll discuss along the way. This is video footage, which we will take a look at. So Swan Valley, a man accused of kidnapping his 10-month-old son walked into a store naked on Thursday and was admitted to the hospital for mental health issues. That night, his wife was found dead at a Victor home. Jeremy Albert Best, 48 years old, is on the run after police say he abducted his infant son, Zeke, and Amber Alert was issued Friday morning for the baby, who was believed to be in imminent danger. Wait, we're on the wrong page. You guys aren't even on what I'm reading. East Idaho News has learned that around noon on Thursday, Best had a run-in with law enforcement at Swan Valley. Bonneville County Sheriff's deputies responded to a disturbance at this general store regarding a nude man walking through the business. Deputies identified the man as Best, according to a sheriff's office news release. Video of the incident sent to eastidahonews.com shows a fully naked Best slouching on the store's counter next to the cash register and grabbing a cigarette before he is escorted outside of the building by several people. He was evaluated by EMS on scene and taken into Eastern Idaho Medical Center by ambulance, according to the news release. A deputy followed the ambulance and he was turned over to hospital staff for further medical and mental health concerns. It's not clear what happened at the hospital, but the spokesperson confirmed he was discharged Thursday afternoon. Look at this baby. Oh my God. And Daily Mail has some photos of mom. Some after we read these articles, we might go looking for a few extra pictures. So the Teton County Sheriff's Office has not released any new details about what happened between the hospital and a 911 call received by the Sheriff's Office around 11:40 at night from a home in Skyloop, 4600 Skyloop in Victor. The dispatcher heard a disturbance on the line, and deputies went to the house. When they arrived, Callie Jean Randall, 38 years old, was found dead. Randall was Best's wife, and her death is being investigated as a homicide. Best is believed to have left the home with Zeke, and their location is unknown, investigators say. Best is 5'11", white, weighs 245 pounds. All that stuff. We don't have to go through the license plate now. But people were asked to call 911. Here we have mommy and baby. Look at him. He's so cute. This is interesting because there's definitely a mental health situation going on, right? Here's a statement from Callie's family. Her cousin, Meg Fisher, told East Idaho News that she was, quote, beautiful and a free spirit, unquote. They said she was called to the mountains and made her home there. She was a lover of animals, especially her dogs. Motherhood was her greatest joy, and we assume she gave her life protecting her children. We love her endlessly. Fisher says Randall was from Appleton, Wisconsin, and worked as a silversmith. She's shattered to hear that Callie was expecting her second child. She shared a statement on behalf of the family and said, in the wake of the devastating loss of our beloved Callie and her newborn baby, our family is overwhelmed with grief and sorrow. Our hearts ache and our focus is entirely on the safe return of baby Zeke. In the midst of every family's worst nightmare, we humbly request privacy as we focus our energy on the safe return of Callie's beloved son, Zeke. This is devastating, you guys. God almighty. Hey, Metamom. Hey, Jesse, Mama Bear, Candace. Hey, you guys coming in. We are covering a story that had a very awful update right before we started. So he was missing. He's now been found, and we're going to get into that. We're just going to go through it as if, in the order of as things came out in the press. I know, Chrissy. I know, babe. It's awful. Amber Lou, if he loves you. Hey, Unseen. Good to see you. Hey, Harlan. But she's from here. Huh. Okay, well. So, there's the house. He's driving this. That was the vehicle. Okay, so now we're going to go on to this article, which came out not too long after. Let's see. So this was also East Idaho News, and they comment that Jeremy is 48. He is considered heavily armed and dangerous. He is the biological father of 10-month-old Zeke. They had the 911 call 11 p.m. We know that. When they arrived, Callie Jean Randall was found deceased. Her death is being investigated as a homicide. So this is a recent photo of him. I'm thinking that was security camera footage. So they were sharing that to say he would look like this. His hair is completely disheveled. It's really sad. I don't know. I wonder what happened. This is my stance on if you have a mental health issue and kill somebody. I don't care if you have a mental health issue, you have to go to jail, because we still need to be protected and you still have to pay for what you've done. We can discuss it because it is that going to lead to it. I believe it seems like that might happen here, right? Who goes butt naked into a store? Don't fake the funk. Oh, at the town, hold on. Let me go back to it. It is Teton County, and it's in Victor. Jeremy Best, Randall's husband, took off with Zeke, and their location is unknown. Let me get that comment off the screen. Kay, no, he wasn't. Unfortunately, no. And we'll get into that in just a second. Jeremy, they put away all of that stuff. So the sheriff is requesting assistance with homicide and child abduction. The Amber Alert said. State police sent it out at 3:50 a.m. and it said, quote, child was taken by homicide suspect, unknown of trouble. Suspect is believed to be heavily armed and dangerous. Please do not approach, unquote. Anyone with information on the suspect or the child is asked to call 911. Look at the leaks in that chin. I just don't understand. I mean, I guess we will never truly understand any case like this or why it happens, and especially when there's mental health issues. But oh my God, I just looking at him, I just want to like squeeze his cheek, arms around him, and I don't know. It's just awful, awful. So, excuse me. Now, we're on to this article, but let me just check on you really quickly. Hey, Jordan. Crystal, sound crazy? Oh no, can you hear me now? Sad stories in December are so much harder to hear. I know. I think about that in all the time. Let me know if this. Hold on one second. No, he was not a stranger, Mama Bear. He was the dad. Hey, Naya Hiri. I'm going to leave and come back in because oftentimes that will fix the sound issue. So 1 second, you guys. Okay, hopefully that's better. Don't leave me, Allie. I'll never leave you. Sounds like Teton. Okay, thank you. Teton, rhymes with yawn. It's French and was brought about by French settlers exploring and finding Twin Mountains, Wyoming, that looked like ladies' Teton, huh? Okay, so let me get this next article up, and then we're gonna go try to images and stuff. Daily Mail had more photos of the mom and the baby and all that stuff. Callie, rather, we'll use her name. So baby Zeke found dead. Father Jeremy Best taken into custody. Actually, there's a video from East Idaho News. They put it out late last night, and it was like a breaking news update, and that is the first that I had seen it. Which I think that Tess, did you send me something on this? Hold on. Oh, East Idaho News has an update on it. Okay, a video update. So we're going to watch their stuff in just a minute. Hold on. Okay. Nate Eaton has an 8-minute video. So instead of watching their broadcast from last night, I did share it on my community tab. We're going to listen to Nate. But first, let's get through this article. So, Zeke Gregory Best, the 10-month-old son of Jeremy Best, was found by hunters Saturday morning. He was deceased, found by hunters. His father, Jeremy, who is accused of killing his pregnant wife and kidnapping Zeke, has been taken into custody, according to a news release from the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office. Bonneville County Dispatch received a call from a group of hunters at about 9:15 a.m. Saturday, according to the news release. The callers stated they had found a man in a sleeping bag on the side of the road. The caller stated the man was naked and making odd statements. Officials stated Bonneville County Sheriffs responded to the area, which was on Kepps Crossing Road near the Dan Creek Road east of Idaho Falls. After making contact with the hunters, deputies identified the man as Jeremy Best. Best was secured and placed in a patrol car until Idaho Falls ambulance personnel arrived to treat him for any injuries. Well, here's the thing though, you guys, just to pause. Idaho has no mental health defense. Now, we saw it with Lori Vallow. If you're not competent, they will hospitalize you and get you medicated and make it to where you are competent to stand trial. However, there is no not guilty by reason of insanity in Idaho. And it seems like this might have been a case that would have, to me, not guilty by reason of insanity means just exactly what they just described. When you are so out of it that you're not running and hiding and lying and covering up stuff, you're naked on the side of the road just waiting for police to come talk to you. You know what I mean? So it's really interesting. So he was placed in a patrol car until the ambulance personnel arrived to treat him for injuries. The black Chevy SUV he had been driving was found nearby. Deputies also located Zeke, who was deceased. It is unclear if Zeke's body was in the SUV or not. A cause for death for Zeke hasn't been determined. His body will be taken to Boise for a forensic autopsy before a decision can be made. It is a tragic turn in the story that first came to light on Thursday when Best walked into Swan Valley General Store completely naked. Video of the incident sent to East Idaho News shows a fully naked Best slouching on the store's counter next to the cash register and grabbing a cigarette before he's escorted outside by several people. Sheriff's deputies responded to the incident. Best was evaluated on the scene and taken to the hospital by ambulance, according to a news release. A deputy followed the ambulance, and Best was turned over to hospital staff. It is unclear what happened at the hospital, but a spokeswoman from the hospital confirmed he was discharged. Then we have 11:40 that night. Police get the call. They find Callie deceased. And then Zeke goes on the run then Jeremy goes on the run with Zeke. Okay, so now let's go to this video with Nadie and from East Idaho News. Let me just check on you guys though first really quickly. If I can find my StreamYard window, where's it at? There we go. Hey, Psycho. Good to see you. Hey, Punksy. He should not have been discharged. No, he shouldn't have. I'm really curious what happened there. Hey, Katrina. Neat Noodle. Hey, Crystal. I know, but the capability is there. I just don't know how can anything else but lock him away for himself. Exactly. I agree. Hey, Sprinkled Donut. Hey, Prairie Ballabusta. I had a seriously mentally ill son. Once the ER called me to get him with discharge diagnosis of homicidal/suicidal. The system sucks. Oh, my Jordan passed away on Christmas Day at only 27 from side effects. Oh my God, Janet, I am so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. Oh, Katrina, thank you for gifting. Hey, Angie. Hey, Daniel. Katrina and Riddler, thank you guys. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. And welcome to the new members. I'm sorry for all of you guys who have lost a child or, just had any loss, truly. And some people, have losses and they're not necessarily deceased. My heart goes out to all you guys. Seriously, don't drink the water in Idaho. Yep, learned that in the Valo Daybell. No crazy plea to cop out. Oh no, Riddler, I hope stay safe. Thank you for coming. Oh, Katrina, are you serious? Thank you. And welcome, you guys. Thank you so much. That was really sweet. Thank you. I lost a daughter due to mental illness. Oh my God, Rexy, I'm so sorry. See, that's really scary. I have a family member, a very close family member. Oh, welcome, Psycho. A very close family member who has bipolar with delusions, and she does have a child, and CPS came in and took her baby. Now, what really makes me mad is they take a baby for mental health, and they immediately placed her in foster care. I couldn't even get her. I tried, but because she had been placed, they weren't going to move her till court. But then there was, in West Virginia, this couple got busted for drugs and their kids were in the house with all this heroin and meth. They snitched and got their kids back. How do you snitch out of something like that? I get out of getting out of trouble, but not to get your kids back. But yet you take from mentally ill. It's just the system sucks. It really does. I don't know. It's really unfortunate, I think that's why we need to talk about it. It's important. That's why these lives are important. My voice is important. Your voice is important. Jesse, all you guys in the chat, Rexy, because there's such a stigma already with mental health issues, even addiction. Wolfie and I were just talking about that, talking about it is the only way to help. Just like people attacking each other. Woofy and I were talking about, people attacking each other on YouTube using their addictions and stuff. Well, first of all, everybody's got problems. The ones that are attacking and the ones that aren't. Like, if you're attacking, let me rephrase that. Some of the people I'm seeing attacking other people for things like that all have their own problems. So it's just ridiculous. But also, that is not something to attack people over or look down on or judge someone for. It is not. No one would choose to live that lifestyle. No one would choose to be mentally ill. The stigma has to stop. It has to stop. It can happen to anyone anytime. And Jesse, I'm so sorry that you've been through that. I do too, Thistle. I believe being an alcoholic is a form of mental illness. It is. Addiction is too. Anxiety is. There is not a person on this planet. You cannot convince me that there is one person who has absolutely no mental health issues, meaning anxiety, depression, addiction, alcoholism, and on and on. But I am just sick of it. I am sick of people doing that. It's deadly. It kills people. Trust me. I've lost a lot of important people in my life to addictions and to stopping addictions that are very dangerous to stop. It sucks, and it makes the holidays so very hard, especially his birthday is the 18th, and 1 week later his date of going to the angels. Oh, Janet, I'm so sorry. I just love and care about you guys so much, and I just hate that. Just knowing that what some of the things that you guys have been through. Oh my God, K-Braze. That is awful. Hey, Pepper. Okay, so we're going to listen to Nate. Exactly, lover of God. Can you imagine the parents of Callie Randall knowing they've lost their daughter, grandson, and unborn grandchild, a family wiped out, and knowing they lost these family members due to a severely mentally ill person who was going around naked into stores and stuff, who was hospitalized just prior to taking their lives and immediately released? Unbelievable. But I also have seen, because I have this family member with mental health issues, they can only hold you for so long or so much, depending on what you've said and how you're acting. The family can go, please, please, they need help. But if the adult is refusing, it's just not as easy. It doesn't work out the way that you would want or think. And I don't know. It's hard to get them help. Plus, she didn't want to take her meds, and that's exactly with my family member. Exactly. She gets like spring fever, but when she does, she starts feeling real good. It gets to be springtime. And the medicine's working, obviously, but you think you don't need it because you feel normal. Well, then you stop taking it, and yeah. Oh, Psycho, that is awesome. 9 years meth-free. Proud of you. The mind is a powerful thing. I have my days dealing with my brother's passing earlier this year. I'm so sorry. Don't fake the funk. Trust me, I know. Me too. Just losing my cousin recently. It's been really tough. And just like the whole family is just changed. I don't know. It's going to be a tough Christmas. That's for sure. Okay. We need to listen to Nate, but I just want to get to the end of the comments. Mental health is a really, really bad. There's not good help for them. My son had a breakdown a few years ago. He's still in counseling. He's doing great. Well, it's like this. We hear about stories where somebody's having a mental health break and they call 911. The cops come and shoot them because this person is pulling a gun or a knife or something. Well, you knew they were having a mental health issue. So probably best to show up not with cops and drawn weapons. You know what I mean? I just think that things have to change. We as society are too smart and we have advanced so much. There is absolutely no excuse or reason for the way that things are right now. That's horrible. I have BPD and I've been getting help my whole life, and I'm also a recovering addict of fentanyl. I'm proud of you. That is awesome. Exactly, B crumbs. That is why we're here and talking about it. Okay. You're so sweet. I just really do appreciate you guys. Don't know what I would do without you. Okay. How long was he in the hospital? Just that day. Just that day. The tip or what people see, everything under is mental illness. Well, like Don't Fake the Funk said, your brain is so powerful. Like a year and a half ago, I was getting so nauseous every single day. And I thought, oh my God, this is like 2 weeks of nausea. Like my anxiety is so bad. So I'm like, oh my God, I've obviously got some kind of horrible illness that won't go away. Like, so then I started thinking it was blood sugar. And like I was just panicking and sick a lot. And then I went to the hospital and I got all the blood work. And he's like, no, you're fine. Everything's fine. Like, then he started asking me about my anxiety, and I was psyching myself up to think I was really sick when I wasn't. Your brain is just crazy. And I was making myself nauseous, which was making me think, oh God, something's wrong with me because I'm so nauseous. But it was just anxiety. Okay, so getting to the bottom. Hey, on the case with Jeannie. And not one addiction, and there's not one addiction that's any different from another. Ain't that the truth? Love baby animals. Oh, Crystal, that's so sad. Broke hip. Oh my gosh. Stress is harmful. Yeah, it is. Okay, so regardless, the mental health situation needs a change, and we need to be more open about it and honest about it, period. I just think it can only help. My daughter has really bad anxiety and does the same thing. Queen, all of it's crazy, but I think once you realize that that's what you're doing, you can kind of talk yourself out of it a little bit. I just want to know why he was out so quick. So let's watch Nate. I'm sure he's going to have some insight that we probably that would help us understand this. Here is one of the first videos they did. I wonder what this is. Look, families of 5 women found in Portland offering. That's the case. We've talked about that many times over here. I need to check that out. Okay.
Hey everybody, some real tragic news here. We wanted to update you on.
Let me first,
we hate to
before we even start, let me rewind to the very beginning. I won't pause too much. I have to pause for fair use, but I'll try to keep it like a minute at a time instead of 30 or 20 seconds. I'm going to put the link in the chat. East Idaho News is absolutely excellent. This is Nate Eaton, and he's actually one of the founders of East Idaho News. It's a news organization that has very heavily covered Lori Vallow's case, and we'll be covering Chad Daybell as well. So if you have not subscribed to them or you haven't heard about them, I would definitely subscribe. Hey, Mrs. M, I love Nate too, Jesse. He's just awesome. Okay.
Hey everybody, some real tragic news here. We wanted to update you on. Unfortunately, we hate to bring this news to you. Little baby Zeke Best was found dead this morning, and his father, Jeremy Best, has been taken into custody. This has been a big story for the past, over 24 hours now. It all started, we'll back up to Thursday afternoon when Jeremy Best, out of Victor, 48 years old, walks into a store in Swan Valley, the Swan Valley General Store, and he's naked. And he goes behind the counter, he grabs a cigarette, he's escorted out of the store. The police are called, the Bonneville County Sheriff, and mental issue. Jeremy Best was put in an ambulance and taken to Ermac, where he was evaluated and then released. And later that night, Thursday night, around 11:40, Teton County Sheriff's Office in Idaho gets a call from a home.
Did you guys catch that? He was evaluated and released, like as if it was immediate.
And they heard a disturbance. They heard an argument, some sort of altercation. Deputies responded to the house, and when they got there, they found a woman who was dead. And we've later learned that Callie Randall, was pregnant, and Callie was married to Jeremy Best, and they had a child together, Zeke, baby Zeke, who's 10 months old, and baby Zeke was gone. An Amber Alert was issued, and that
Okay,
Amber Alert went out.
just a
And
quick
all day
pause
yesterday,
just to
everyone's wondered
address
where's
this
baby
comment from
Zeke, where's
Daniel.
Jeremy
Daniel
Best.
says East Idaho Regional
Well, we now
Medical Center
know.
is
Let me read to
negligent
you from
for
what the
releasing Jeremy. That is really interesting. I
sheriff's
keep
office
getting mute
sent.
pause every third second. Is the sound cutting out for anybody else? That sucks because nobody's on the internet. Urgh. I'm going to refresh too. Hold on. Okay. Oh my God, you guys. I went to check when I was refreshing and Bentley was on Wi Fi and he's not. But when I did, I missed a step. Oh my God. And I rolled my ankle. It hurt so bad. I had my computer in my hand too. Whew. Okay. Did they let him out in a hospital gown or a pair of scrubs? I bet you a gown, because in that one photo, yes, I'm okay. But oh my God, it hurt. Like, I can't believe I'm already on here and not sitting down crying. Okay, sorry, you guys, to interrupt our Nady, and let me put him back on. I really hope that you guys can hear this. I will share the link though, but okay. And this is such a serious and heavy topic that I do take very seriously. I want us to be very open and honest, but also thorough because of the mental health aspect and everything. But I'm really sorry for the interruption because that is not appropriate or professional or whatever. But okay. All right, let's go.
And this can give you a right from the officials. Pulling it up here. This is from the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office in conjunction with the Teton County Sheriff's Office. At approximately 9:17 Saturday morning, Bonneville County Dispatch received a call from individuals who were hunting on the Kepps Crossing Road near the Dan Creek Road, east of Idaho Falls. This is kind of in the foothills. If you're familiar with Idaho Falls, it's near Bone. A person on the phone stated they located a man in a sleeping bag on the side of the road. The caller stated the man was naked and making odd statements. Bonneville County Sheriff deputies contacted the individuals and identities and identified the man as Jeremy Albert Best, who was Bonneville County Sheriff's Office for Haas. Best was secured and placed in a patrol car until Idaho Falls ambulance personnel arrived to treat him for any injuries. If you are not in Eastern Idaho, we have had snow and it is frigid. And I don't know how long he was in that sleeping bag, but it was cold. Near the area where Best was located, deputies located his vehicle, a black Chevy SUV, down an embankment off the road. Deputies also located a child, Zeke Best, deceased at the scene. We don't know the cause of death for Zeke at this point.
I am hoping that they'll get some of this body cam footage. And East Idaho is pretty good about pulling some of that stuff.
We've asked the coroner. It has not been determined. If someone was in a cold vehicle all night last night, that could have led to a death, especially a child. And who knows when Zeke last ate? I don't even want to, think about that. It's just so sad. At this time, Bonneville County deputies, Idaho State Police, and the Teton County Sheriff's Office are processing the scene and continue to investigate. Idaho Falls police detectives and agents from the FBI are also assisting at the scene. After a medical clearance, Best was transported to the Bonneville County Jail and booked for the outstanding Teton County warrant. He will remain incarcerated until he is arraigned before the court. Our thoughts are with the families of the victims involved in this case.
Patricia says he probably wasn't feeding the baby. And oh my God, it just makes me so sick to even say that. But it is scary to think about because he was so ill. You know what I mean? At the time, obviously. He was definitely...
Case. Further information will be available.
I wonder what he was saying. That was odd.
Just a heartbreaking update. And I do want to tell you the statement we got. And this is from the family of Callie Randall. And let me find what I can tell you that they sent us this yesterday. Callie was 38, and the statement from her cousin, Meg Fisher, says she was a beautiful and free spirit. She was called to the mountains and made her home there. She's originally from Wisconsin. She was a lover of animals, especially her dogs. Motherhood was the greatest joy, her greatest joy, and we assume she gave her life protecting her children. As I said, she was expecting.
Peppermint Mocha, unfortunately, he was found deceased. Dad was located saying suspicious stuff, odd. He was in a sleeping bag, nude, found by a bunch of hunters, and we don't have many details yet on how the baby was found. Janet says, and just imagine how he will act in jail. Everyone in there is at risk. Well, that's another thing. Does someone like this need to be in a hospital? Like in a criminal hospital? I mean, you can't decide on that until after, but obviously there's something going on. We do know that, like Lori Vallow was sent to the mental hospital. They might do that before they prosecute him, get him competent. I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out. The baby may have been exclusively breastfed. Adrian says he was probably on drugs. That's a good point. I would be curious to know if there's a history of that. Addiction and mental health concerns go hand in hand. Yes, they do. Oh, Michelle, I'm so happy. And I just love you guys. And yeah, I just love you being here. And you know what? You guys always say like, oh, you've helped me get through my day or whatever. But you guys help me get through a lot too. You really do. I don't even know where I would be without you at this point. He mentally snapped, obviously. What is scary is we don't know when someone in our life is going to snap. That is scary. Kathy, I would say so too. And I'd be curious to know if they would move him and like halt the prosecution. Stephanie, yes, I actually talked to Jen today for quite a while. Jen and I were talking about how we're going to do these calls and also the trial review. So you guys know I've been talking about us going back over some of the trial for a while. And I know that Curious Jen has to do it for her book and Jen Lou wants to do it like we do. So we were trying to work out how to do that because since Curious Jen is doing it anyways, I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we were on a call trying to figure out exactly how we want to tackle that while also being able to do jail calls and also other cases and also the other things in our lives. But about Jen Lou, she's feeling a lot better and I'll tell her you checked on her. Hey, Amanda. Most likely, yes. Releasing him was unethical, in my opinion. No hospital if his mental health, if it's triggered by drugs. Adrian says, like, what is going to be bad is if we find out he was a good guy that just snapped. Yeah, he was 10 months old. Okay, this is a point that my 3 son says, by the time anything gets done with mental health, it's too late. And this is so unfortunate because look here, he was at a hospital the very day that he took Callie's life and went to run off with Zeke. I mean, intervention right there. Like, I cannot imagine how the family must feel because they were so close to getting real help. Rumor has it that it wasn't the first time with the naked running around. Hey, Music City Mom. If they get him on the right medication, I'm afraid how he will react when he fully comprehends what he did. Can you imagine? My family member who has mental health issues, she becomes completely delusional. Like, I just imagine her, like, what if and then, you come back to, and she still has some memory of it, though. They found him, Music City Mom. They found him deceased. Let's keep listening to Nate, and then I'm trying to find us a couple other things to look at. So,
and then she had baby Zeke. We love her endlessly. She worked as a silversmith, and Fisher, her cousin, says she was shattered to share that Callie was expecting her second child. In the wake of this devastating loss of our beloved Callie and her unborn baby, our family is overwhelmed with grief and sorrow. Our hearts ache, and our focus is entirely on the safe return of baby Zeke. In the midst of every family's worst nightmare, we humbly request privacy as we focus our energy on the safe return of Callie's beloved son, Zeke. So, again, that tragically did not end how everybody wanted it to end. As for Jeremy Best, he will likely appear in court on Monday or Tuesday to be arraigned on the charges. He will be given an attorney, if I'm assuming he can't afford one. I shouldn't assume that. I'm just imagine he could have a public defender or he could hire a personal attorney, and then it will go through the court process. I imagine he'll be charged with the death. They said he is a homicide suspect, so he'll probably be charged with murder of his wife and probably the death of the child and potentially the death of the unborn child in Idaho, and along with some other charges. So that is the latest. You can go to eastidahonews.com and read the stories that we've put up about this case, and we will have we'll continue to follow it for as long as he can. An Amber Alert was issued, I believe it was 3 or 4 hours after the child disappeared. There's certain criteria that must be met before an Amber Alert is issued. A lot of people say, why are they issued for every single situation? But you have to believe that, one, the child is in danger, and there's a couple of other qualifications too, and this clearly fit those qualifications. It's unknown where Jeremy Best went from the time he took off from that home around 11:40 Thursday night all day yesterday, Friday. We don't know. Maybe we'll find that out where he went. If he went straight up to the foothills, in the remote area, if he ate any food, if he was still, using drugs or drinking alcohol, whatever it may be. And maybe we'll come out and we'll learn that through the court.
What? Hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. Still using drugs? What did he say exactly? B Crumbs, do you know my YouTube face? I can get it when I get my phone, but my YouTube Facebook account is just YT or Alex YT and then Erickson. And that is the one that I'm logged into. And I like anything that I pull for us, I've put in that. I have a message box with myself, and then I just pull it from there. But let me just go back a second.
If he went straight up to the foothills, in the remote area, if he ate any food, if he was still, using drugs or drinking alcohol.
If he was still using drugs or drinking alcohol, what makes him say that? I didn't know that was a thing. Let me go here. This is the video I saw last night. I will say though, I was like half asleep.
Welcome back to East Idaho News, everybody. My name is Caitlin Hart, and today I am here in Victor, Idaho, where police say they are looking for a man who is suspected to have taken his baby and allegedly murdered his wife. Police are looking for Jeremy Albert Best. He is 48 years old, 5'11", and 245 pounds. I am currently at the area where this happened. You can see the
Okay, so yes, this just happened. It actually happened so recently that right before the stream started, within like 15 minutes, I saw that he was found deceased, which the news broke about 31 minutes before I saw it. So it had just broken. It said 31 minutes old, the article I saw.
the police car behind me, they are blocking the road near where it happened. There is a house behind here where it is believed Jeremy Best lived. And this is also where the murder is alleged to have happened. We don't know a lot of details, but the police have told us that at approximately 11:39 p.m. last night, Teton County Sheriff's Office 911 call from a residence over here on Skyline Loop in Idaho. Deputies were dispatched and they responded to the disturbance that was heard on the phone call by dispatchers. They say that deputies arrived at the residence and located on email identified as Callie Jean Randall, 38, of Victor, Idaho. She was found dead at this residence and her death is currently being investigated. The investigation is definitely still ongoing. There are sheriff's cars here.
Chrissy, where'd you see that?
At least one just blocking the road, but I can't see much else past that. Officers say they are currently trying to locate Jeremy Best, the husband of the deceased woman, who is believed to have left the area with his infant son, Zeke Gregory Best. Zeke is 10 months old. He is approximately 20 pounds. And they are believed to be in a black 1999 Chevrolet Tahoe SUV with Idaho plates. Go back to our website on eastidahonews.com to hear all of this again, to read all of it again, to know all the information. Make sure you know.
Okay, so let me just click over for a moment for us. Oh, what? Thank you for joining. He had been up for days, Chrissy said. Patricia, okay, so what happened was, and the live was going to be about this missing baby. Zeke is 10 months old. He was discovered to be missing Thursday night, I think. Okay, so what happened was his dad goes to the store naked. Actually, you know what? We're going to look at this Facebook. Oh, okay. I'm going to show you this Daily Mail article, which kind of explains it again anyway. So instead of me repeating myself over and over, let's just go over here for a second. So this article came out before the baby was found. An Idaho father who allegedly abducted his 10-month-old baby after murdering his wife was admitted to the hospital just hours earlier after walking around a store naked. He was said to be heavily armed and dangerous. I'm trying to get the daggone photos to load. I don't know what is up with my internet. A relative of Randall has since revealed she was expecting her second child. Footage obtained by East Idaho News shows him roughly 24 hours before the kidnapping walking through the Swan Valley General Store naked. He can be seen in the video with a cigarette in his mouth as he slouches over. So what happens was police come, they take him to the hospital, they evaluate him and release him. And then at 11:50 that night, there's a 911 call about a woman who's been found deceased. That is Zeke's mom. And then Zeke was missing and he was missing. Well, now today we learned that a couple of hunters ran across dad naked in a sleeping bag on the side of the road. They also found the car and found the baby deceased. Okay, so here's the video of him walking around the store hours before. It wouldn't load on Daily Mail for some reason. See? Hold on. So let me replay it because it's quick. We see him right there at the counter. He leans over, and then you see him come around to the other side and be escorted out. And I'll just play it one more time for people who maybe didn't see it very good. Oh my God almighty, you guys. How freaking tragic. I just can't get over this. Mm-mm-mm. Well, here we go. The Daily Mail photos loaded. Some of them. There's Zeke. Look at him. Oh my God. There's Dad. He's 5'11", 245 pounds. I got to see your thoughts on the video. Nothing has been said about being heavily armed. I just was reading word for word the news report. That's just what the news report said. And I will be honest with you guys. This is just the way it is. With true crime, when something is breaking like this or is new like this, there is going to be misinformation. There are going to be things that come out that are not true or little mistakes. OMG, he must have totally lost the plot. I wonder what he was shopping for in that store. He was so darling, Belinda. I don't know, but we know that he grabbed the cigarette, but Chopper says, I have no sympathy for this POS or any POS that does this to a baby or child. I'm a substance abuse counselor, and I had a patient whose insurance company would only pay for 5 days at a time. Had to get super creative just to get it in 30 consecutive days. I don't know, Patricia. So let me show you exactly. We can go back to East Idaho News. This is where the video came from. It says that Jeremy Albert Best, you can see right here, exactly word for word, heavily armed and dangerous. But it says, Jeremy Albert Best, 48, is on the run after police say he abducted his infant son, Zeke. An Amber Alert was issued Friday morning for the baby, who is believed to be in imminent danger. Best, a mechanic who works in Victor, is considered heavily armed and dangerous. And that is just what it says. So This'll, I don't know. They might be, but they've both told me they are not on the games. Trenton said he's using his hotspot, so I don't know if it's the truth or not. They don't lie to me, but I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's true, but sounds like he was tweaked out of his mind. He needs to go under the jail. Well, I want to know if that's true about him being on drugs. I mean, we heard Nate Eaton say, is he still on drugs or alcohol? Why? Where did that come from? I've not seen that reported at all. I definitely do trust Nate Eaton. Oh, Idaho Charlie. Okay, I thought you were reading what I said. I mean, I don't see how they could say he was heavily armed being naked like that, but I don't believe any amount of street drugs could cause someone to kill their kids. Yeah, let's not argue over that. Idaho Charlie, we love and appreciate you here. And Chrissy, I love and appreciate you, all you guys. So, we don't want to argue over those little details. It was in the article, but it doesn't matter. It's not worth us arguing with each other. I was watching from my phone, but was he carrying a baby or was that something else in the Oh, no, that wasn't him. Yeah. Mama J. Not excusing the dads, but we all live fast-paced, high-stress lives with financial issues. My work is so tough, we are all having to take a work trauma course. It's a wonder we don't all cry. In that mugshot. So that's an old mugshot, though. Let's go to Twitter. Maybe we can find something there. Because, I'm thinking that we're about to get an overload of information. I hope so, including maybe some 911 calls, body cam footage, arrest documents, those kind of things. Let's look up Jeremy Best. Twitter. Or X, if you will. Chrissy, I'm still laughing about you eating those Peeps candies. Like, I love that so much. I was telling my family about it because they knew I had a little obsession with it for a time. So it's just so funny. That was 2 years ago, and you remembered it and got some too. The baby was probably not fed and not bundled up. Well, it's really scary to think about that. Colorado and Idaho, I know. I just love that, though. It's really sweet. It just, I don't know. It makes me feel so connected to you guys with little things like that. Okay, let's see. Jeremy Albert Best. In that picture, his eyes aren't dilated, but that is not the recent mugshot because that came out when they were on the run still. Someone said, I kept checking for updates last night in the wee hours today, hoping baby Zeke would be found alive. Why wasn't Jeremy hospitalized? He wasn't in his right mind, naked at the store, whether it was truly drug-fueled or not. Where is this drug-fueled thing coming from? How come I haven't? I mean, I know you said Facebook, but is that it? Or... Update. Here is the statement from the sheriff that Nate read us. But it says the caller said the man was naked and making... Okay. He was east of Idaho Falls, stating this was a group of hunters that said they located a man in a sleeping bag on the side of the road. The caller stated the man was naked and making odd statements. The county sheriff's deputies contacted the individuals and identified the man as Jeremy Best, who was wanted by the sheriff's office for homicide. He was secured and placed in the car until ambulance personnel arrived. Here's info. I didn't hear this when he said it. Near the area where Best was located, deputies found the vehicle and then down an embankment off the... Oh, wait. No, the vehicle is down an embankment. Deputies also located a child deceased at the scene. I got confused. I want to know details of that. That's really all we got right here. It says he was transported to the jail for booking. He will remain incarcerated until arraignment before the court. Should I look on Facebook? Because, yeah, let's look there before we go. I'm just like hungry for more information. And I get like this, and I'm sure you guys too, which is why we're all here together doing it. We need the details. They have also been lacing cigarettes with dangerous drugs. Kimberly, we don't know yet. Yep. We don't even know how he was found or where. Locals and people that knew him is all I read. I never seen it confirmed. I hadn't even heard Nate say that. Yeah, in his video, he says still. Maybe he was still using drugs or drinking. I think we just assume it. Maybe self-medicating from a mental illness, which happens all the time. Google him. Okay. We're gonna look here first, and then thank you guys for doing this with me and being here. I mean, truly, thank you. I enjoy you guys so much, and they're really tough stories we talk about, but doing it together makes it easier and makes me go a little less crazy. Okay, so here we have a group, Find Zeke and Jeremy Best. Let's check it out. It's a public group, so we can look at it. Oh, God, internet. Has anybody used that new internet from Elon Musk? Hi, Okie Crumb News. Hey, Unseen again. I'm happy to see you here. Okay. Aww. This person says it was reported on numerous occasions he was running around outside naked. This is definitely not normal behavior. I don't know if there was a non-contact order, but those things are worthless. There's another picture of Mom. Look at him. Oh my God. Here's Callie and the baby at Halloween. Oh my. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hearing his little voice. So they were doing like a photo shoot, I guess. Let's look at her page. Idaho Spooky Ghost, you pick. Hold on one sec. Got youngins behind me for a second. Hold on. I wonder if he crashed the SUV. It kind of sounds like it down an embankment. Yeah, it does. I could see that. Yeah, he has internet. Let's see. Kathy, did you say yes to that? I really might try it because mine sucks. Mama J, oh, thank you. I love that. It's therapeutic for me being here with you guys. Yeah, they found the mom and the baby, but they weren't together. That I know. It was adorable, you guys. Wow. Solar storm that could affect tech. Didn't even get to have his first Christmas. Hi, Bert's mom from England. Maybe I could do a hotspot box or whatever. Let's look here for a minute. Callie posted on July 27th. In 2008, at the age of 23, I saw mountains for the first time. In 2010, at the age of 25, I got them tattooed across my back in Ten Sleep, Wyoming. In 2013, at the age of 28, I planted roots and nestled myself in her shadow. The Tetons took me from that naive Wisconsin girl to the strong woman I am today. This totem is a token of my appreciation to those peaks who raised me. My heart jumps with joy to share this, that I'm back in my studio creating silver beauties. That's right. She was a silversmith or whatever. She made her own jewelry, which my friend Pink Dahlia does that as well, and she does a really good job. She's made me a necklace before, but oh, look, how is it you're so new, yet I've known you in eternity. Oh, my God almighty. Look at him. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. Sharing old pictures of her and stuff. All right, let's go back to the post, though, just because I want to see if we can get any new information. What is this? He has remote property in Montana off the grid. Hopefully someone in family knows where he's going, hoping Zeke is safe. Well, I believe, unfortunately, he was so out of it. That's why they found him on the side of the road in a sleeping bag and not in Montana. Laura says, the police are aware, but if anyone knows the exact location of the property, please call police ASAP. He is not the owner. The sheriff has been notified of the exact location. All right. Oh, man. Sorry, you guys. I messed this up. Here he is without facial hair. Ooh, okay. And then also, who is this right here? The dad needs to be found safe. Okay, they don't know him. Here are some pictures of him without facial hair. Wow. Wait, are those the ones we just saw? Like her seven, like that with the van? That's the same dude. So apparently there were some dogs. They are all, the dogs in the home are all in veterinary care getting treatment. Someone said, okay, here's some rumors about drugs, which let's remember, these are rumors. The facts that we know are what we get from police, period. And that's just with any case. Case files, things like that, police reports, public notices, that kind of stuff. All the rest is just kind of interesting for discussion, but we don't know for certain. So let me be very clear about that. But under a post on East Idaho News, someone said, nobody is mentioning the fact that he was released from police custody yesterday after being high on meth and butt naked running through the Swan Valley grocery store. Oh, look at her pictures. She had some really cool looking pictures. She looked like my kind of chick. Just a little hippie chick, flower child. Gabrielle, this is a family member who says, my wonderful niece Callie and her unborn baby's life were horribly taken away in Idaho. Pray for the safe return of Zeke. And she shared her own post in this group. Oh, wow. Here we go. Meet Jeremy Best. This is his auto repair. Wow. See, I'm glad we're digging together because we uncover a lot that, we hadn't seen. She does look young compared to him. I agree. She's definitely my kind of girl. My pants look like they came straight out of the 70s. I did, cutie pie. I did just a little bit. I haven't got to look at it closely. That's the muffler from Allie's laptop. That's my neighbor. Unfortunately, how rude. He went to start his car. Like, who does he think that he is? I'm just kidding. Here is his auto mechanic shop website. Meet Jeremy Best, your local mechanic and new best friend. Jeremy has been a mechanic for 20 plus years, born with the innate skill of fixing anything mechanically broken. He was notorious for taking all his toys apart simply to put them back together. In grade school, on a total whim, he repaired his father's broken lawnmower. Jeremy is the essence of mechanically minded. In 2003, he opened his own repair shop in Teton Valley, Idaho. To this day, he remains the sole mechanic, giving you that small town service station feel. Coming to Jeremy's for a repair means working directly with an honest, affordable, and quality shop looking to create valued working relationships. It's a unique experience you won't regret. Jeremy's Auto is a full-service repair shop. He can and will work on just about anything. However, his specialty is Volkswagen Vanagons. Jay's Volkswagen's work started from a lack within the community and quickly evolved into a passion. Jay enjoys diving deep into full-stock Volkswagen Vanagon restorations, custom motor installation, Subaru conversion, Go Westie and Rocky Mountain Westie upgrades, and everything in between. He knows vans like the back of his hand and boasts an impressive stock parts collection. When not in the shop, Jay can be found snowboarding the deep powder, dirt biking the trails, soaking up the sun on his leisure boat, or cruising the back roads with his lady, Callie, and 3 dogs in Ginger the Westie. Wow. Yep, business owner. Hey, Mandy. Hey, I'm live over here. About my neighbor. I get what you meant. That's funny. Michelle's like, huh? Wow. Wow. That is really interesting to see all of this. So he was an auto shop owner. This is just tragic and awful. I mean, God almighty. I wonder how old he is. Read the comments on the leak posted. Facebook prevents me. Okay, let's see. This man was apprehended hours before he murdered that woman yesterday. This is a person, Katie, on Facebook. He was naked and throwing jars inside the general store. Really hope the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office is ready for a lawsuit. They let him go. He was obviously out of his mind and admitted to being up for 2 days on a meth binge. It has taken a full hour before the sheriff to show up in Swan Valley when the store was in danger from another tweaker. Those of us who live here are obviously unsafe and cannot rely on law enforcement. People spend days in jail or on a psych hold for less than what happened yesterday, and they let him go. Would love to know why the hospital didn't put him on a psych hold. Great job, guys. Now we're terrified at home, and my husband works at that store, and I'm sick with worry. There is no help for this remote area. They have blood on their hands for letting this psycho go, resulting in a woman losing her life and an innocent infant being in danger. Wow. So her husband worked at the store. Someone said, "Never. This is crazy. Never took Jeremy for this type of person." Oh my God. Just looking for another second to see if there's any other little details we can uncover before we end this stream. But I think we have found like quite a lot. Let's go back to her Facebook there just for a minute. I just want to double check something. So see these pictures here of him without the beard? Where did they go? Why did I whisper that like that? Where did they go? I'm sorry, guys. I can't see your comments now. Oh, y'all weren't even looking at the same thing I was looking at, which was a Facebook post, but it wasn't the post. They just typed out the comments, so it doesn't matter anyways. We can't see what you're seeing. I'm sorry. What's her other profile? Unseen, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We just don't have the info. I'm sorry you couldn't see that. I was just scrolling through that Facebook group, but there wasn't anything on there. What's her other Facebook? So we have this one. Wait, how did that? She's Silversmith in the Tetons, and she says, "I think you're lovely, finding my true potential." Now, that picture, that was him with the... So did y'all not see him without the facial hair? It is him. Yep. Our first date was 3 days long, she said. Wow, she posted this a month ago, November 9th, okay? She said, our first date was 3 days long. Dropped off on a dirt road in the middle of Grand Teton National Park. Moments later, Jeremy, bounded down the washboard in Ginger, his custom-built rust-colored Volkswagen van again. It was love at first sight, me and the van. You already know how I felt about the boy. We got late-night hot spring-cooked steaks in Bear County at midnight. Got a flat tire with no jack. Instantly connected. I was in awe as he navigated hundreds of miles of back roads, the map solely in his mind. It was the summer of 2009. I was 24, living in Wisconsin, absolutely smitten with a guy in Idaho. Wow, that is just freaking sad. Oh my gosh. It's the same name, but the kanji follow. Okay, we'll go look at it. Let me just look at these couple pictures real quick. So this is Jeremy. This is just before he had the crazy hair, and this is like before whatever, either mental health or drugs. This is when they met. This is actually, it's like a little hippie's dream, the little van and the traveling through the mountains, and look at him there. Wow. She was 24 at this time in 2009. It is beyond sad. How do you handle a flat tire with no jack? She can write beautifully. I agree. I completely agree. She had a very artistic type of style. Let's just see if there's any other post about him. And then, yeah. She says, I twisted the mound of dreadlocks into a nappy beehive atop my head and hopped out of the passenger seat. The first weekend of my vacation was spent living in my dear friend's white 86 Volkswagen Westfalia Van Gogh. 3 days of heat, rain, music, mud, and beer. The Idaho sun scorched my hungover, dehydrated, fair Midwestern skin. August heat was different out there, dry and intense. There's nobody, quote, there is nobody like him, unquote. Lori had just spent the previous hour of our greasy pub lunch trying to put words to him, her tone excited and enthusiastic laced with hesitation. Her descriptive lead-up didn't make much sense to me at the time. We were only stopping by his shop to drop off a borrowed tool as we rolled out of town. National Park friends had introduced her and her husband to Jeremy, their mechanic's son, years ago. Since then, he'd done extensive restoration work on Van Gogh. I fixed my skirt as I walked across the gravel drive. It was a futile attempt to dust off the festival weekend. The main garage door was open. He was pushing a broom across the smooth concrete floor, casually raising his head up from tidying. He flashed a grin. Hey, ladies. Was it his eyes or his smile that made my stomach drop? Perhaps it was a bit of both. Suddenly, Lori's warning clicked in my brain. And then their wedding photos. Wow, look how beautiful that picture is. Wow, wow, wow. This is horrible. My God. She was just absolutely in love with him and adored him. Allie Oxenfree. Is it healthy to create this beautiful story out of what are some real red flags? Well, no, but it's interesting because you know what? At the time, she felt so in love with him. And this was the first post I read like that was a month ago. She absolutely adored him. We're going to look at the other one in just a second. I just want to read about the posts that are about him because this is another one, November 4th. She said, never marry a dreamer, she always joked. It was a simple way of explaining the next adventure or harebrained idea to those that didn't quite get it. In all reality, she had married a dreamer. She was a dreamer herself. Without dreams, their paths would never cross. My aunt's word burrowed into my heart over the years, a little morsel of knowledge I'd saved. On September 22nd, between rain clouds and high mountain winds, I married my dreamer. We stood beneath 2 trees grown as one, in front of a small nest of dear friends, with all those near and far held closely in our hearts. We became one before the eyes of God. I couldn't imagine anything more perfect. Things I don't want to forget. His arm around my waist, pulling me close. Sis chasing ground squirrels, Cat Stephen booming from ginger speakers, the steady panting of the synced, trees dancing in the cool breeze. Cricket's perfect nose, such a perfect moment. More about him. Here's some earrings that she made. Let's check them out, and then we'll go look at her other profile. Aww. Those are pretty. God, how sad, you guys. Is it this one? No, that's from Texas. Is that the one we just looked at? Yes. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing what you wanted me to do, but let me look in the comments. No telling what happened behind closed doors. I got to be a pro at covering bruises and doting on my ex so nobody knew. Just saying, Mama J, that is so true. And I'm glad you said that because it's a point I wanted to make without, I definitely don't want to end this without saying social media is a mirage. It is not real. Sure, people can be very authentic and real and depending on how much you see, right? So on Instagram or Facebook, you get a paragraph and a picture. Even YouTube, if you think about it, think about videos. People edit them. They show you what they want you to see. Now with live streams, it's a little different because you're like hanging out together, so you can really truly like feel somebody's personality, and it would be probably pretty hard to fake like over time during live streams. But even then, you still only show what you want. You try to. I mean, shit happens. It's live. But social media is not real. It doesn't matter. This is someone's highlight reel. And you know what? I think it's done a lot of damage to all of us mentally. Because for one, it causes a lot of, for instance, body issues or just issues like that. Hell, I quit scrolling Facebook once I got clean. Or I do smoke, and I smoke the green, so what I mean by that. But once I got my life straightened up and I was doing better and I was not touching any kind of hard drugs or anything like that, I really didn't have any friends. So that kind of brought me to YouTube. All my friends were still using. Then I would get on like Facebook and I would see all these friends from high school and stuff that weren't using, that had went on and done amazing, incredible things with their lives. And I noticed that I would constantly compare myself to them. And I'm like, wow, a few years ago we had both had great grades and we're like on the same path. And now here I am and there she is with her getting her master's or whatever. It just made me feel icky. So I stopped doing it. Just because you see, well, look at this. 1 month ago, she wrote post after post about how madly in love she was with him. From 2022. Let me go back to that one. Oh, you're right. The November post was from 2022. Thank you, Rexy. I totally missed that. I was reading it as a month ago. It was a year and a month ago. But this baby post wasn't at Halloween, on Halloween. Oh my gosh, thank you. Regardless, though, a year ago, she was writing how in love she was with him. It's important so we know it factually. But, at the end of the day, it is the same. Our paths intertwined and untangled, stacks upon stacks of stories laced a handful of years after the driveway. Adventure, longing, heartache, silence, unknowing, I navigated my way west by route of Colorado, inching closer to his domain. Someone said, which is now both of your domains together. Beautiful. Yeah, why can't I find the other page? More jewelry she made. It's really quite beautiful. Look at her in his shop right here. You can see the van, like one of the cars behind her. I just scroll for fun. Yeah, it is, Rexy. I agree. Oh, thank you, Adrian. Oh, okay, Chrissy. Well, thank you. I completely understand, girl. I am at the not having any friends phase currently. Oh, Sadie. Well, welcome. You come here and hang out with us because truly that is these YouTube live chats have just meant so much to me and really changed my whole world when it comes to that aspect of things. And that's awesome. I'm proud of you for getting through it a year ago. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Rexy. Green is medicinal as long as you control it, not vice versa. Hell, I smoke because I refuse benzos. Well, Mama J, that's just like me. I was on benzos from the time I was 17 until I got pregnant with Bentley. And that is when I was like, no, I'm not going to take anything like that. I'm not doing that to my baby. And I was just I had a really tough and honest conversation with my doctor. I will never, ever take another one, but I can tell you there was a point in my life where I thought I couldn't function without them, and that was that. So I agree with you. It's so damaging because it's accepted as real, and we do compare. We can say it's not real all day. Meanwhile, our peers are posting and comparing. True. That is so true. This profile shows me a whole storyline of what may have happened because of life experiences and true crime. I can see a lot now. Well, I'm going to stay on it. I hope that you guys will, follow along. We'll look at it together. Facebook profile is one word: heavily curated and crafted. 1000% agree. Social media for work. What do you do, Cosmic Lotus Consulting? What kind of consulting? Yes, they do, Mama J. And my friend passed away from benzo withdrawal. Her heart stopped. Oh, wow, Chrissy. I really want to talk about summer. I was just talking to somebody about that, because people keep asking, and I like to do a video on her every now and then, kind of catch up with what's happening. It's so hard, though, because all these, YouTubers and the drama that intertwines with it. Hey, Roxanne. Thank you, Mama J. Hey, Avery. Bye, Rexy. All right, let's look for just another minute. I want to look one more thing on Facebook, and then I will let you guys go. I just think that just only stopping at that one group probably isn't how we should do this, and maybe we can find something else. 1 second. Okay. Oh, look at that picture. Here we have the news posted at approximately 9:17 a.m. on December 2nd. Bonneville County Dispatch received a call from individuals who were hunting on the Kepps Crossing Road. I think I want to see some maps of this. Maybe I could work on that for us. Get a map together. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. That hurt. Put on a map exactly where they lived, where her house was, where Callie was found, and then where the store is, where the hospital is, and where they were found. That would be quite interesting to be able to visually see. Oh, thank you, Tess. Yeah, I'll use them in my next update. Here, we'll look at this group last, and then I'll let you guys go. I'm excited for dinner because I'm starving. Oh, look at this picture, you guys. Ooh, Bonneville County Sheriff's also. Oh my gosh, why is it opening like this in different windows? Hold on, I'm sorry. So here's one of the things I wanted to show you, this picture. We have Callie and Zeke. It says, with reposting from the family, with a heavy heart, our family mourns the loss of our beautiful Callie and her unborn baby. While all who loved Callie are overwhelmed with grief and sorrow, we're focused on the safe return of Zeke. Motherhood was her greatest joy, and we assume she gave her life protecting her children. I don't know how I got here and it won't let me go back. Jeez Louise, you guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Like, I started opening all these new tabs. So I think we've kind of found what we could find for today. And I don't know. Sad because when I scheduled this live, Zeke was still missing, at least as far as we knew, right? And now it's pretty awful ending. I will be on the lookout for court paperwork and things like that. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Can you even hear me? Because my whole computer is frozen. There we go. Yes, thank you. My computer just like froze up. The internet is not good today. But yeah, I'll keep my eyes out for any kind of court paperwork or documents that we can find. I'll post on the community tab if I see any updates. I will, Jessie Lynn. I definitely will. Oh, Mama J, so you're in recovery too? I missed your comment, but I know you said you're a recovery counselor. That's awesome. It makes perfect sense then why you're a recovery counselor. And yeah, congrats to you as well. We will keep up with this. We're going to talk about, we're still doing the jail file. I just want to make sure to not only do that. There are so many cases that need attention and need to be discussed. And, issues like the mental health and things like that. So, we're going to keep doing both. I'll keep you posted. Also, if you missed the live on Real Talk this morning and you're interested in reviews of YouTuber brands and other just kind of relaxing chit chat, then definitely go over there and check it out. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. And make sure you have your gifts on, Farming Guy. Hey, Crown Watch Lover. Oh, welcome, one who sees, or welcome back. Thank you for joining. Love you, Nay. I love and appreciate you guys. I do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the conversation. Thank you for sharing your own stories and personal experiences. I appreciate it so much. And I'm going to go eat. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night and I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye.